Okay, jQuery DOM manipulation is a part of jQuery. Is the possibility to manipulate the DOM. Okay, text, HTML, and val methods. These are important methods in jQuery. So jQuery methods for DOM manipulation. So text method is for setter returns the text content of selected elements. Setter returns return the text content of selected element. Okay, using this method, so we can set or return the text content of from the selected element. Like we can read or assign the text content to the HTML element. For example, if we have we have one paragraph in HTML form, so we can read, we can get the text content from the paragraph, or we can assign the text content to the paragraph also using this method. So syntax is dollar symbol selector dot text method. So you can use this method to assign the text content. This is simple content. Okay, so we can add this content to the already existing content in the selected element. Okay, so one example on this text method. So create one HTML form, DOM manipulation. Okay, take one button here, type equal to button and val equal to text method. Okay, and ID equal to btn text. Then take one paragraph or div tag. So this paragraph contains some information to display. So we can take this content, otherwise you can use this content. So we want to show the content in the paragraph. Okay, this content. So when you click on this button, so we want to show the alert box. So that alert box has to show only text content from this paragraph. Okay, so ID equal to p1. So when you click on this button, so we want to show the alert box with this content. So okay, from this paragraph. So copy this library, script tag, document or ready function, btn text method, click, okay. So when you click on this button, so we can read the text content from the paragraph using ID selector dot text method. Okay, so we can display this text content in alert box. Alert. Okay, so this is in alert box. So this statement read the content from this paragraph. When display this content in alert box. So run this example. Okay, click on this button. So you can see here this alert box is showing only text content from the paragraph. Otherwise, if you want to add the content to the paragraph, you can take one more paragraph, id equal to p2. So I want to add some content to the paragraph 2. So selector is p2. Okay, so this content will add it to the paragraph 2. Okay, run this example. Go to inspect, and you can see here paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. Two paragraphs is there. First paragraph content is available, but paragraph 2 empty. So when you click on this button, content is added to the paragraph. This is simple text. Okay, so using this text method, we can add only text content, or we can read the text content from the selected elements. And HTML method. So this method, using this method, so we can set or return the content of selected elements, including HTML markup. Okay, including HTML markup also. Suppose if you have any HTML tags here, like a span. Okay, span. So you can add one span here. Okay, so in this paragraph we have span tag. So if you want to read this HTML elements also from the content, you can use HTML method. So use this HTML method. Okay, this HTML method setter returns the text content from the selected element, including HTML elements also. If you use text method, this text method read only content from the selected element. Okay, without this span tag. So HTML method read the HTML elements also from the selected element. So refresh this example. So paragraph 2 contains one span here. So click on this button. You can see here span tag also showing in the alert box. Okay, if you use text method, it is getting only text from the paragraph. Okay, so there is no span tag in the alert box. If you want to read the total content from the paragraph or from the selected element, including HTML markup also, you can use HTML method. Otherwise, if you want to read only text content from the selected element, you can use text method. Otherwise, you can add some content to the HTML elements also using HTML method. And third one, using this method, we can set or return return the value from the form field. Okay, form fields means text boxes. Okay, text boxes are drop down list or read a button list like this. Okay, if you want to read the text from the text box, you can use val method. For example, here one text box id equal to txt name. So close this text box. So this is the text box we have. In the text box we have the form, and take one button also. Input type equal to button and val equal to val method and id equal to btn val method. So this is only identification name of the text box. Okay, you can use any id instead of btn val. Okay, you can use your own name. So dollar symbol hash btn val dot click function. So when you click on this button, we can read the text from the text box. Alert box dollar symbol hash txt name dot val method. Okay, this is the simple method to read the value from the text box or to assign the value to the text boxes. So run this example. So type any name here like Harsha. So click on this button. So this Harsha name will be displayed in the alert box. Okay, so text is getting from the text box. Okay, and otherwise you can add text to the text box also using this method. So copy this one. This is my name. So this content, this text is added to the text box. Okay, when you click on this button, the text is added to this text box. So like this we can set or return the value from the text box. Okay, using val method. Okay, next adding elements. Okay, adding elements. So using JQuery, so we can add new elements to the already existing elements. Okay, we will look at 4 JQuery methods that are used to add new content. JQuery allows us to add new elements or content to the already existing content. Okay, already existing. So we have four methods: append method, okay, second one prepend method, third one after, fourth one before. Okay, so these are the four methods. Append method. So using this method we can insert content at the end of the selected element. Using this method we can add or we can insert the content at the end of the selected element. Okay, at the end of the selected element. For example, so create an HTML form. Take one button here, value equal to append, id equal to btn, append. Take one paragraph. So this paragraph contains some information. Okay, this content I want to show in the paragraph. So when you click on this button, so we have to add some extra content to the already existing content in the end of the content. Okay, use this method, append method, to add or insert the content at the end of the selected element. Document ready function. Next, btn append dot click. Next dollar. So I want to add extra content to the paragraph. Use append method. This is my extra content. Okay, this content will be added to the paragraph in the end of the content. Okay, here. So run this example. You can see, so this content is added. Okay, so this is the append method. So using this method we can add content at the end of the select element. So prepend method is used to, using this method we can add content at the beginning of the select element. of the selected element. So just you can change the method name only to add this content in the starting point of the content. So take one more button, prepend. 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 So when you click on this button, uh, so this content is added using h1 or h2 tag. Okay, this content will be added to the paragraph in the starting point. So run this example. Okay, so in the same paragraph, content is added. Okay, in the at the beginning of the selected element. Okay, when you click on this button, so content is added at the end of the selected element. So these are the two methods, append and prepend. And after and before, so using this method we can add content after the selected element. We can add content after the selected element. Okay, select element. And before means, so we can add content or element before the select element. Before the selected element. Okay, these are two methods. For example, we have one paragraph in the HTML form. So I want to add one div tag before this paragraph. Okay, so take two more buttons for after and before. BTN before. So I want to add one div tag before this paragraph. So when you click on this after, so we can add one div tag after the paragraph. So one paragraph or div tag you can use. New div tag after P. Okay, after paragraph. Okay, and one more method is before paragraph we can add one more. After before paragraph. Okay, so when you click on before button, so one div tag is added before paragraph. So here we have one paragraph. So when you click on this button, after div tag is added after paragraph. Okay, new div tag after paragraph. So when you click on this one, okay, before method we have to update after and before. Okay, new div tag before paragraph and after paragraph. Okay, new elements is added to the form using append after and before methods.